What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Hope you guys are having an absolutely fantastic kick butt day today so far. So guys, once again, I feel like we've had a bunch of special guests this week, but this one is incredibly special because we have OG in the house. It's been a very long time since he's been on the channel, but the second time, so it's nice to have you back here, man. How you doing?
Great, thank you so much for having me back on the channel, and I'm doing pretty good.
That's awesome to hear. Now, what we're going to be covering in today's video is the 5 best star powers that just have been released not too long ago. So the ones that are in the game currently, as well as we're going to be including the ones that are going to be coming out here shortly on Wednesday, if that upload schedule is the same every single time, because they've been released every single Wednesday so far. So we have Nita's, or I should say Frank, Barley, and who else? Is it?
Tara's coming out this week.
And Tara's coming out this week. So we're going to be ranking them on OG's perspective, how good they are. Now, I wanted to have OG on because he's been covering these star powers over on his YouTube channel pretty regularly. So guys, make sure to go check that out. Links in the description down below. Go support the pro players. That'd be fantastic. Now, OG, are you ready to get this going?
Yeah, man, let's do it.
Here we go. Hopping into it. Let's go. Okay, guys, so starting off with number 5, OG, who is your 5th best star power in the game right now?
Okay, so for number 5, I have Rico, and his new star power is Robo Retreat, so he gains a lot of movement speed when his HP drops below 40% HP, and it's just really good for getting out of like sticky situations and just like repositioning yourself on maps. Now his original star power is still really strong, but I think this one's situational, and I've had a lot of good results with it so far, mainly in Brawl Ball, but even in some heist maps and even some gem grab maps, it's just really useful and it catches people off guard a lot of the time.
Okay, yeah, I feel like Rico Star Power is one of the funnest ones coming out, as well as pretty dang solid as well. It's so funny watching him speed around like that. But next we're going to be hopping into some spectating gameplay with OG and a organized team comp with some pretty decent players. So let's get into it. Here we go. Okay, so on Heist. Nice. So Rico's pretty dang solid on this map, right?
Yeah, he's really good. You do want to mainly use his other star power here, but you can get away with this one too. Just because you can see like all the bounce shots, and right here it's all about mid control, not so much repositioning. But I'll still get really good results with the star power. So I'm just going to go for some damage right here.
Okay.
Their Barley's kind of going unsafe, so I think we should just go for the finish here. Jigsaw might have to defend pretty good, but I do take out the Jesse.
Nice.
And he and Stop Rob are going to finish it right here, I think.
Yeah, the control is freaking stellar. My goodness. This is why you guys play Heist. If you're with a good team comp, you can get those 45-second wins. Fast trophies, man. Solid.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, so rounding the corner to number 4. OG, who do you have as your 4th best star power in the game right now?
All right, so for number 4, I do have to go with Spike. So his new star power actually makes it a lot easier to hit his spikes, or people call it this RNG. And you can get some really insane angles, and it's pretty like brainless. Like you kind of just spam it a lot more than the other one, and you'll hit it a lot more consistently. And personally, I still don't know how to dodge it properly, even if you can. So what most people do is they just stay out of the range of the RNG, which allows Spike to control so much of the map.
Okay, yeah, Spike's definitely really good. Like I said before, I was a little bit skeptical at first, but my opinion changed after I got done playing with him. But heck yeah, let's hop into our match with Spike. Here we go. Okay, guys, so heading into it with Spike here, and I believe OG was saying that he's going to be playing on Brawl Ball. So we'll see how it goes. Nice. How's this map for Spike?
Little lag. It's pretty good actually. I find I get really good results if I go up the left side.
Okay.
But we are gonna have to. Oh, Poco might be able to score here. No. Okay. So you definitely want to use the boxes to your advantage, especially against a comp like this. So you'll see me do like a lot of poking this game.
Okay. Good. Awesome. What do you think team comp wise? Who's got the better team comp here? I mean, Band-Aid Shelly is always ravaging on Brawl Ball. Do you think that's gonna be
Band-Aid, Shelly, and Poco is just like ridiculous right now.
Yeah, the wombo combo. So much healing.
Yeah, but I don't know what I'm like. But you do ideally want a BB here. She goes really well, and I think Jigsaw might be able to score it. No,
nice.
It's too weak.
Getting close though.
They can just see like I'm missing like all my shots, and like the RNG's just like
yeah, it's got your back.
Its job.
Man. That's so OP. Do you think, like for example, his old star power? Do you ever like miss it, like getting that heal? I know it's pretty OP, but the offset. What do you think is
Yeah, I
better?
still use this like I'm trying to like find out like what works better and like what situation to throw to my side.
Gotcha.
Um,
Nice super.
but his like old star power is really strong too, and I feel like you can be a lot more creative with it. So I do like using that one.
Gotcha. Yeah, I don't know how to feel. I really like Spike's first star power. That healing gets you out of a pinch, but I feel like just depending on the map or game mode, either one can be fine.
Yeah, I like tend to use the old one in Brawl Ball,
Gotcha.
but it depends on the maps, obviously.
Hmm.
Um, but the new one, at first I was just using it on grassy maps, but it just seems to be so good.
Heck yeah. Well, it's working out pretty decent here. It's a really good match that's going on right now. Stalemate, you guys are pressuring up. This is good. Looks like Jigsaw's going down. One thing to keep in mind that I always literally forget, and I'm sure you guys have heard me so many times that are watching this now, but spectating is 5 seconds behind the real match, so can be a nice little
Cool,
boost.
yeah.
Okay. Here we go. Okay. Okay, 4 more Oh, the spins. You hate that.
Spins.
The PM, dude.
I deserve it. I spin a lot.
It's playful. Okay, guys, so moving on to number 3. Who do you have for the third best? OG.
All right, so it hasn't been dropped yet, but just like reading the description, I feel like it's going to be so OP. So for number 3, I do have Tara. Now for her new star power, it's basically the same concept. It spawns like a little minion when she uses her super, but this time the minion heals you and your teammates, and it's kind of like just like a little medic like following your team around. Like it just sounds so good. So I'm really excited to use that because oftentimes when Tara does use her super, you know, she's going in and she's going to be taking damage or her teammates are. So I feel like the medic could like definitely like change up how a team fight would go in that situation. So I'm really excited to try Tara's out when it drops tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm sure it's gonna be fantastic. I feel like any healing mechanic is always pretty dang solid on anyone's team. Like Jean, Pam, Poco, they're all really good. So really excited to see how it performs in game. Probably the coolest one coming out of this week's. Okay, guys, heading into our match with Tara here. So we'll see how we can do. We're back on Brawl Ball, which Tara tends to do pretty dang good on Brawl Ball, and we're going up against some pretty good players. So we'll have to see how we do here. Okay, so we
got Alec, Phil, and then I think Alec's really streaming right now.
Okay.
But definitely some pretty solid players.
Hmm.
Oh, I hope it's not going on. I think it's on the line, yeah.
Okay. So we're everyone keep in mind we're in try hard mode here, okay? So we're focusing. We need to make sure OG's peak performance here. These guys are really good. Okay, so looks like BB's coming in. I feel like BB is one of those.
So
Let's go Jigsaw.
I was actually doing really good right now.
Nicely done.
But I am getting really close to my super,
Okay.
and I do manage to grab it. Yeah, I just wanted to save it there because I knew we were to score.
Nicely done. Good job, man. Let's go. First goal and pocketing that super as well. Okay, so
Phil's getting a little too aggressive, and we're just going to take him out.
nice.
All right, so for number 2, I definitely have the fan favorite, Colt. So his new star power, it is Magnum Special, I believe, and pretty much if you're a beta player, you remember what Colt's like old range used to be, and this star power just pretty much like brings it back to how it used to be. And the Colt, like Rico, like Pam days, the good old times.
Yeah.
But it is just so impactful for Colt, and I feel like people are starting to like, you know, catch up to it a little bit now. But like at first, like people had no idea about the range. It just would catch everyone off guard. And it's actually like bringing him back like a little more meta. Like he's still like not a solid option in a lot of modes and maps. But he is starting to find like a small niche, which is really cool because Colt is definitely one of my favorite brawlers.
Yeah, I feel like it's fun seeing him being somewhat viable on some of those long range game modes, like it used to be like on like some bounty maps and stuff. I remember when they shortened his range, he was just like, "Is a no go. You're gonna get picked apart by the Pipers and stuff." But now it's like,
yeah, the
he's making his
Pipers
way.
rocks.
Yeah, but yeah, it's awesome. Colt needed a little love. Okay, guys, heading into our match with Colt. Very fast matchmaking. That's what you like to see here. Let's go. Okay, so on Heist. How is he on this map?
Like I have to break the walls, so
Okay,
that's why
gotcha.
Jigsaw went Frank, just so he could break those walls. But me and Stop Rob had like little miscommunication there. I wasn't sure if I was supposed to go there. He wasn't sure if he was supposed to go there. But we're like figuring it out right now.
Yeah, well, you're lining up your shots pretty dang good against that Primo.
Yeah, he's gonna have to push me here. So I don't really need to like rush anything. Oh, okay, the bulls and they're safe as well. I don't want to enrage the bulls, so I'll go for Primo first.
Good idea. See, I would have just started spamming to get at the bull. Okay, here we go. They're all kind of collapsing.
Super on Jigsaw. Let Jigsaw get the super. And we can pinch the Rico. Now we just gotta hold like control and we should be fine.
Nicely done. Team wipe, and up you go. Barley.
So I'm not gonna use my super until like one of them stands in front of me. Because actually we can finish it right now.
Nice.
But,
It looked shaky.
Yeah, nice little comeback there.
Yeah, it looks shaky, but you just gotta find your groove. That one solid push in Heist. Play defense, do whatever you gotta do.
I thought I was gonna go mid, but Stop Rob was Barley, so it kind of makes sense. So
Yeah, up against
again, that's not like really the best Colt map. Just wanted to use him as an example.
Yeah, well, you won against a pretty dang good team comp, couple 800s, but heading into number one, and I'm sure it's no secret to a lot of you guys who's at the top, but we'll get into it. Here we go. Okay, so heading into the number one best star power in all of Brawl Stars right now, and like I said before, I'm sure you guys know who it is, but OG, what do you got?
All right, so everyone could probably guess there was like 100, like 1K plus of her last season, but for number one, I got to go with Band-Aid Shelly, and it is just so OP right now, guys. Like, just being under like 40% HP and then jumping back to like 100 HP with a brawler like Shelly is so devastating, and it's like completely shaking the meta up.
Yeah, I'm sure it's gonna get a pretty hefty nerf here shortly, or at least I hope so.
Yeah, I really hope so. It's like I really like the idea, just like bringing it back from 40%. Like sometimes you can be at like 100 HP, and then if you get your banded like last second, you'll be like 5,000 HP, and I'll be like, yikes.
Yeah, how do I defend against that? You know what I mean? I think people are saying that not one single brawler can 4-shot Shelly or 3-shot Shelly with Band-Aid, correct? Like even like another Shelly or something like that.
Yeah, it's just Band-Aid's like so OP.
Too much.
You gotta like completely change up how you're playing against a Shelly now. Before you could just be like a little aggro and kind of chip it down. But now you just need to be like really passive and just always like keep track of where she is.
Yeah, exactly. But heading into the matches, here we go. Okay, guys, heading into our match with Shelly, and we're switching it up a little bit. We're going into Showdown, so we'll see. Because Shelly is fantastic on Showdown. I'm sure you guys know about that, but we're heading up against a bow right off the get-go. This is actually a really good map for Shelly, I believe, and the lobbers. But we'll see how we can do here.
Yeah, from what I understand, every Showdown map is a good Showdown.
Yeah, I 100% agree.
Give me your bow. Oh, is he faster than me? He's like... Wow,
yeah,
okay.
What the heck?
I guess Bo wins this one.
How do you get a gap from you? Should be the same movement speed. Oh well.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Yeah, and one thing
anyways, we got 2 power-ups.
Okay, good deal. One thing that I really like about Showdown, and I wish I would do more Showdown gameplay, is when you're spectating, you can see where people are bush camping. So on our end, we can see what's going down. And OG's kind of left out to dry here, but we'll see how he does. Okay.
I need one. Oh.
Nice.
Hello, Rosa.
I'm sure you have Band-Aid, right? Right now.
Yeah, I got Band-Aid ready, so I'm hoping this Primo jumps on me. No, he knows it.
And even if you think about it, for Showdown, the more power keeps you get, the more value Band-Aid is, because it gets you up to 100%. Nicely done, dude. Ooh. Ooh.
Okay, so I got the robot on me.
8 power cubes, let's go.
I'll just take out the robot, let them fight it out.
Okay. Yeah, good idea. You're doing enough damage.
I do have my Band-Aid.
Okay.
Yeah, I do have my Band-Aid like pretty much ready, so. Oh, these Primos are just like jumping everywhere.
Damn, Dang, dude, you are looking really, really good here. 11 power ups with.
Yeah, if I screw this one up, I think I'll like never play Showdown again.
Okay, cross your
Okay,
fingers.
so the Primo chose to go for the robot.
They're just like totally neglecting you because they know. Yeah, see.
Yeah, I mean, Band-Aid Shelly, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, exactly. But guys, those are OG's top 5 best star powers that are in the game currently. Now, at the very end of the video here, I wanted to kind of discuss a few of the ones that are a little bit underwhelming. So, OG, before we leave today, what are your 2 worst star powers that are in the game right now that were just recently released?
Okay, so far, some star powers that I have not been impressed with pretty much at all. Number 1, I think the worst one was Nita. Now the point of Nita's bear to me is to kind of get like control back of the map or to push people back. And her bear just feels really squishy when you're not healing it. And you know, it heals you too, so it goes both ways. It makes Nita a lot squishier. And the bear like often doesn't do too much damage to people.
Yeah.
You know, it does move pretty slow, so you can kind of just walk away from it. If you do get it onto a safe or on a siege robot, it does work. But I just feel like the old star power was so much better than the current one.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like that was kind of the one of the biggest letdown star powers when people were showing the gameplay right at the get-go with the sneak peeks. We saw Bruce just going ham on the robots. Like, oh god, this can be something interesting. But it just didn't pan out.
I mean, I was excited for it, but just after using it, I was kind of let down by it, like you said.
Yeah. And then how about your next one? We'll go over one more that's a little bit underwhelming.
Okay, so for the next one, I got to go with Rosa, and it's just because her like first one is so good, and Rosa's usually only good on maps that are bushy, just because she is kind of tanky, and she doesn't really have like a super that closes the gap on people like Primo or Bull does, so you kind of need to use like stealth and like the bush to sneak up on people, and the extra like sustain just from healing in the bush would help out a lot, I'd find, and usually if you're Rosa and you catch someone, like you're gonna kill them pretty much.
Yeah.
Unless it's like a really like, you know, specific situation. So the extra damage just, I feel like it doesn't do too much for her as a character.
Yeah, very true. I 100% agree. I feel like sometimes the health, like I said before, especially with a tank unit like Rosa, is super, super important. Just getting that constant heal. But I guess sometimes you can fit in somewhere, but oh well. Some have to be underwhelming.
Yeah.
It can't be all broken like Band-Aid. But
yeah, please, no more Band-Aids.
Yeah, please, cross your fingers. Say a quick prayer to the Brawl Stars gods. But OG, thanks for coming back on the channel. It was a pleasure.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me again, man. I love being on here.
Heck yeah. Like I said before in the beginning of the video, make sure you guys go check out the links in the description down below. OG is a fantastic pro player. He's got a bunch of great content over on Twitch as well as YouTube, so do that, please. So yeah, with that being said, everyone, make sure to keep having fun with Brawl Stars, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace out.